Hey guys and welcome. This video is on the plugin exams, and this plugin's been suggested by someone and their name and comments popping up on your screen right now. It's a really great plugin, and basically what it does is lets players take exams, and when they complete the exam it'll either run a command or move them into a group. So it's really great. So for instance, when you first log into a server you could be in a room like this, and then the only way to get out is to actually answer the questions to be able to get the permission to be able to teleport out. So I think that's a really great feature. So first of all I'll just show you how to make the signs, and then we'll look at the config file after that. So you put down a sign, the top line you do exam, second line you do in, and then the third line you do whatever your exam is called. So by default there's one called wizard and there's one called citizen. So I'll show you citizen, and then you click done and it should pop up with a message. As you can see, it's come up saying place the sign. I have messaged the developer and asked if he can put some colours on there. Obviously at the moment it's a bit boring, so hopefully he'll do that in the next version. So we'll quickly create the second one as well. Exam in wizard. So that's your two exams done. If you right click on a sign, it will say you must pass citizen before taking this exam. So as you can see, you have to take this exam before you can take that one. So this is a really great feature, because then you can actually make exams progress, so players get different permissions for taking each exam. There's also limits, so you can limit it so it can only be taken at a certain time of day. You can also limit how much a player has to pay to actually take an exam. You can set so many different things. I mean, I'll show you in the config file later on. So if I take this exam, as you can see, I've paid 100 to take it. So now I'm starting the exam, and now I just have to right click the sign again to get the question. And as you can see, the time's wrong, so it says the exam's not started yet, come back at 6. So the exam hasn't actually started for this one. So I'll just change the time anyway. So now if I take the exam, you can see it started. So is this server an RPG server? You type in exams and then your answer, and then it will come up with the next question. Are you allowed to insult people? No. Is it okay to spam? No. And as you can see, I've now passed. And if I do this one, wizard, and exams A, exams A, exams A, and you can see I've passed, and it also gave me an item, this one. It gave me a poppy, and that's done via the command. So I'll quickly go into the config files and show you how everything's set up. So here's a quick look at the config file. So this is the exams config. So there's only a couple of things you want to change in here. You've got the time between the exams. I've set mine to 0, but by default it's 60, so that's an hour. And then required exam score, by default it's 80%. I've set mine to 100%. So you can mess around with these depending on what exams you've got. Then you've got your exams file. So this is the file with all the questions in. By default there's wizard and there's citizen. So I'll quickly run through it. You've got rank name. So if you complete the citizen, you can get this rank, so you get the citizen rank. Then you've got the start time and the end time. So this is the time in game that it will start and end. If you set these to 0 or just get rid of them, that means there's no start time and they can take the exam whenever. You've got the price, same again. If you just get rid of that, there won't be a price. Number of questions, this is how many questions it'll ask. So this has got 3, but as you can see in the list there's more than 3, and basically that means it'll pick it at random, so the same questions won't come up over and over again if you retake the test. So then you've got, is it okay to grief, options, and then you've got your options, and then you put the correct option as B. So it's really easy to set up a question as well. There's a few different options in this one here. As you can see, required exam is citizen. So this is why I couldn't take this exam without citizen. Required rank as well you could do, and this means you'd have to have the VIP rank to be able to take this one. And in return you could do a command as well. So for instance, give player name 38, which is a rose, and then 1. So you could do that and then give players rewards for taking the exams. So if you're a VIP, you could take the exam, you could set it to once a day, so between a certain time, and then the player would get a reward. So that'd be a really good feature. And the same again, number of questions down there. So it is really easy to set up. If we copy and paste it, you could set up your own. Obviously I'm not going to do it here because it is easy to set up. I think it's a great plugin and there's tons of potential. There's definitely lots of uses for it. You could use it at your spawns, so players first log in, they have to read signs and then answer questions. or you could use it so players rank up so they can get items, or you could even just do it as little quests so players have to go along and answer questions to be able to get rewards to open things. So I think it's a great plugin. There'll be a download link to it in the description below, and as always guys, please remember to rate, subscribe and comment. Cheers.